Welcome to All Levels Yoga. Find your way to your yoga mat. All right. So today we're going to focus on the hips. Happy hips, happy body, right? All right. Let's settle in. Let your sit bones root comfortably towards the floor. Let your spine get naturally long. Let your shoulders slide down your back. Sometimes we'll bring our shoulders up to our ears and then just let them naturally slide back and down. Not overextending or overforcing, but just find that natural sliding down of the shoulders, slightly tucking the chin towards the chest just a little so that the back of your neck is nice and long. Noticing the crown of your head isometrically reaching for the sky. And then shut your eyes if they're not shut. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. For the first few breaths, I want you to simply notice the natural rise of the inhale, the natural fall of the exhale. The next 3 breaths, let's add a little more expansion with each inhale, a little more softening with each exhale. So trying to find a 6-count breath with the inhale, 6-count breath with the exhale. Starting from the lower belly, bringing the inhale of the breath from lower belly up to solar plexus, middle part of the stomach, up towards chest, shoulders, head. And then taking a pause and then exhaling from the upper part of the body all the way down to lower belly as you gently engage in your Mula Bandha. And what I mean by that is you gently engage in that lower part of your belly as you push your lower belly towards your lower back or your spine. And then start the breath all over again. Taking a nice long inhale, nice long exhale. You can pause in between. Trying to breathe through the nose and out the nose. Making that oceanic sound with the breath. You can let your tongue rest on the roof of your mouth as you slightly restrict the throat. Breathing through the nose, out the nose. Let's take one more nice long breath. And let's take a cleansing breath to start our practice. Take a nice long inhale through the nose. This time an open mouth, sigh, exhale out the mouth. Open your eyes, take a reach up with your hands, inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands down, interlace your fingers behind you, move your knuckles up and away. Broaden your shoulders, take an inhale, exhale, let go. 2 more breaths here. The best thing we can do for our mind, our body, our spirit is full breathing. Belly breaths, bringing breath from belly to chest, rib cage, and then finishing your next exhale, release your hands, reach them up again, interlace your fingers again, and this time root the palms of your hands towards the sky. Take an inhale, exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale back up, over to the left. Inhale back up, bring your hands down. We're going to twist to the right. Right hand comes behind you, finds the floor. Left hand to knee or thigh or out in front. Long spine, 2 breaths. Finishing your exhale, come back to center, reach your arms up again. Let's interlace our fingers with the opposite thumb on top, root palms of your hands towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale back up, over to the left. Inhale back up, exhale, twisting to the left. 2 breaths. Coming back to center, reach your arms up again. This time interlace, favorite thumb on top, bring your hands to the back of your head. Inhale, open, expand through the arms, the shoulders, the rib cage. Exhale, round, elbows come together, belly button pushes towards spine. Inhale, open, expand. Exhale, round. Let's do that 3 more times. Nice job. If you're still with me, as you finish your exhale, release the hands down, right hand to the floor, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale back up, exhale over to the other side. We'll do that 2 more times. Your pace, your breath. Nice job, you guys. And then if your legs are crossed, recross your legs the opposite way if that's okay. Then bring hands to knees or thighs. We'll do some heart circles. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, start to circle backwards. And then inhale forward again. Just take your time doing this, nice and easy. Notice the breath on the inhale, breath on the exhale. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And then start to rotate the opposite way with your circle. Just sort of notice when you do this, how does each sit bone feel or each hip? So for me, I get a lot of tension on my right side. That's my weak side right now. So just sort of notice without too much judgment where you feel tight, where you feel open. It's in this warm-up of our yoga class where we bring our attention to what's going on in the body, right? We get on our yoga mat to become more clear and open and mindful. And it's that connection to breath and movement helps us figure out, ooh, maybe something's going on here on this right shoulder, right hip, or right knee, and maybe I need to send a little more love there, right? So simply observe, take 1 more breath, and then come back to center. Let's bring our legs out in front and just shake them out. And then maybe rotate your feet one way, the other way, get a few cracks. And then bring the soles of your feet together for a very gentle, mild butterfly pose. Hands wrap around your feet. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, chin to chest. Option 1, stretching out the back of your neck. Option 2, bring your forearms and elbows to where your inner shins and gently tilt from your hips as your chest reaches forward. We'll take 3 breaths here. Observing, noticing the inner thighs. If you are in a position like so, if your chin is to chest, noticing, observing how your neck feels. 1 more breath. And then slowly rise back up. Nice job, you guys. Let's bring our knees together and just bring your legs around. Find cat-cow, hands right beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. We'll take 5 rounds here. Your variation, your choice. The traditional inhale, arching the back, gaze looking forward and up. Exhale, rounding belly button, pushing towards the spine. Keep that going. If you want to add extra movement or a different variation, feel free. I have a hawk flying right above me right now. How cool is that? All right, 2 more breaths. All right, as you finish your exhale, let's walk our hands out. We'll find puppy pose. So hands walk out towards the front of your mat. Sit bones are gonna push up and back. Arms straighten as your armpits reach towards the mat. Heart melts towards the mat. Forehead or chin towards the mat. Or resting on the mat. Nice job. Let's come back up. Now we'll find a nice child's pose. Knees spread wide, toes touch. Let those sit bones melt towards your heels, towards the mat. Let your arms reach towards the front of your mat. Forehead to the mat. 5 full cycles of breath here. Really find the expansion, the lengthening in the inhale, the softening in the exhale as you let go. Send breath to your hips, to your lower back. Focusing on happy hips today. Take one more long cycle of breath. Nice long inhale, long exhale. And then as you finish your exhale, come back to your hands and knees. And adjust your knees underneath your hips. And I'm just gonna walk forward just a little bit. I've got the sun rotating here on me. Let's take your right leg back behind you. Curl your toes and then press your right heel up against that imaginary wall. 2 breaths. Say hello to your right calf. All right, on the inhale, lift that leg up. On the exhale, bring it over to the left. Curl the toes again. Look out over right or left shoulder. Inhale, lift that leg up. Let's bring that foot all the way over to the right. So your foot's gonna land. So if you were to draw a line, your foot would be in alignment with your left knee. Your right pinky toe edge of your foot is pressing into the floor. You can stay with your hands on the mat like so, or you can come down to forearms. And then just gently bring your sit bones back towards your left heel or the mat. Notice that stretch on the right inner thigh, your right hip. Let's take one more breath here. As we finish the exhale, let's find our way back to hands. If you were on your forearms, let's slowly lift that right leg and let's take a few circles with that right leg. Notice that right hip. Go one way, go the other way. Maybe even lift that leg up behind you. Take an inhale, exhale, round knee to nose. Let's do that 2 times. And then bring that knee back down. Rock your hips side to side. And let's switch to the left side. Left leg reaches behind you. Curl the toes. 2 breaths here. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, bring it over to the right. Look out over right shoulder. 2 more breaths. Trying to keep the weight evenly distributed between the left and the right arm. Try not to sink into one shoulder. And then lift that leg up. We're going to bring that foot all the way over to the left. Plant it. Left pinky toe presses into the floor. Maybe coming to forearms. Sit bones reach towards the back of the mat. Your right heel. All right, coming back to hands and knees. Let's do a few circles with that left leg. Bending the knee. Going one way, going the other way. And then lifting that leg up behind you. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Nice job, you guys. Bring that knee back down. Rock your hips side to side. Take a few rounds of cat-cow. Let's take 3 more rounds, but add an extra movement on the inhale, arching the back. And on the exhale, letting sit bones come towards heels. Inhale, scoot back up as you arch the back, straighten out the arms. Exhale as you bring sit bones to heels 1 more time. Nice job, you guys. All right, we're gonna move into our first down dog. You can bring your fingers up just a little, curl the toes, lift the hips, and we'll take 5 breaths here. Great time to bicycle out the legs, sway the hips side to side. Feel free to bend one knee, let the opposite heel press into the mat. And do the same thing with the opposite foot. On your next inhale, let's come to tippy toes, lift the heels up. And then exhale, turn the heels to the right. Let your heels come to the mat. Take a breath. Inhale back to tippy toes. Exhale, heels over to the left. Inhale back up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale to our first plank pose. We're gonna stay here 3 breaths, gently pushing the ground away. With your hands, gently rounding of the upper back. Belly button gently pushing towards your lower back. So engaging in your core here. Take an inhale, exhale, find your way back to dog. Nice job, you guys. Inhale to tippy toes, exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step both feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up, palms press together. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, bring your hands down by your side, mountain pose. Palms facing forward. Bring your shoulders up to your ears, let them slide down your back. Shut your eyes, take a breath. You can open your eyes, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Moving through series A variation. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, bend the knees. First vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog, 3 breaths. As you finish your next exhale, inhale, right leg lifts. Stack the hips, bend the knee, rotate that right foot. Maybe straighten and bend the leg. Feel free to do what feels good here. And then coming back to that one-legged dog, as you square the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, step that foot forward. For low lunge, left knee comes down. We're gonna stay here for a few breaths. You can let your fingertips come to the mat, chest reaches forward, shoulders sliding down the back. All right? Gaze can be looking down your nose, so your neck is long. Right knee is above right ankle, so your knee's not over your toes. If you have blocks, you can always grab blocks. Take one more breath. And then we're gonna straighten out our leg and find half split. So right foot's gonna flex, right heel gently presses into the mat. So notice your hips here. Try to press your right heel down into the mat and slide your foot towards your right hip. So your right hip is pushing back, left hip gently pushing forward. So squaring hips towards the front of your mat. All right, working our hips, our hamstrings, it's all connected, our IT band. Okay, so let's walk this left hand over to the outside of our right shin and then look out over your right shoulder. Really press that heel down and slide isometrically that foot towards the right hip. And then let's come back to frame your shin or your foot. We're gonna turn the whole foot over to the right. Say hello to your IT band. This is a beautiful stretch here. Always intrigued by how this feels every time I do it. No matter how open or flexible I am, I always feel this stretch. And then bringing that leg back to center. Ooh, how are we doing? Let's walk our hands back to the front of the mat. Ah. All right, take a breath here, low lunge. Let's curl the back toes, lift the back knee. Plant your hands, right foot steps back. All right, option is to stay in dog or move through a vinyasa flow. Inhale to plank, exhale chaturanga. I am going to bring my knees down on my chaturanga. I'm still working through a shoulder issue. Hugging arms into rib cage. Inhale, lift head, chest, shoulders. And exhale, down dog. Take 3 breaths. If you stayed in down dog, that is fine. You can skip vinyasas. Moving to the left side, left leg lifts, inhale, stack the hips. Do what you did on the other side. Maybe you straighten and bend the leg, maybe you rotate the ankle. Try to press that right heel down into the mat, and then come to your one-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Right knee comes down. All right. Let's stay here for about 3 breaths. Set yourself up. Notice that right inner thigh melting towards the floor, shoulders sliding down the back, chest. Knee over left ankle. Gaze looking down the nose. One more breath. Let's straighten that leg, half splits. Remember, left heel gently presses down and isometrically presses back towards the left hip. Left hip slides back, right hip forward. Keep breathing. Let's bring that right hand over. If anything doesn't serve you, feel free to modify. Look out over left shoulder. 2 breaths. Bring that hand back. Let's move the whole leg over to the left. So it's not just the foot, you're turning the whole leg. Say hello to your left IT band. Ooh, that feels good. Maybe a little smile because you're happy you're doing yoga. Bring that leg back to center, walk back to your low lunge, curl the back toes, right knee lifts, left foot steps back. Stay in dog or move through vinyasa, your choice. Everybody meets up in dog. If you need to give your shoulders a break, your body a break, stay in dog. If you need to come down to child's pose, take a rest. All right. Everybody from down dog, let's take an inhale to tippy toes, exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. How are we doing? Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Plant the hands, bend the knees, step back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. All right, 5 breaths in dog or 5 breaths in child. If you come to child, spread the knees a little bit wider, let your sit bones come to heels, and breathe. Nice job, you guys. If you're in child, find your way back to dog. All right, right leg lifts. Inhale, exhale, step it forward to the outside of the right hand, lizard pose. Remember, we're working the hips today. All right, so your back knee is lifted right now. Let's bring the back knee down, uncurl the toes. Hug right leg into right shoulder. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Observe, notice without judgment how that right hip feels. If you'd like to grab blocks or something to bring your forearms down to, feel free. Some of you might be able to bring forearms to the mat all the way down. Say hello to that right hip. If that doesn't serve you, stay on your hands. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. Gently hug the right leg into right shoulder. I like blocks here, great props. I don't have them on me, but if you're on blocks or forearms, come back to your hands. Turn your right foot out like so. So it was pointing forward, you're going to turn it out. And then you're going to come to the outer edge of that right foot. Shifting weight to your left hand to right inner thigh. Look out over right shoulder. We'll take 5 breaths here. Try not to sink into that left shoulder. Be strong in the core. Gently pushing the ground away with that left hand. So you're not sinking into that left shoulder. You're still keeping it nice and broad and open. 1 more breath. Let's come back. We're gonna walk that foot over to the left. We're gonna find nothing here. We're finding pigeon pose, upward facing pigeon. All right, flex that right foot, come to your fingertips. Look at your back left leg. How is it? Are we in alignment? All right. Shoulders slide down the back, chest reaches forward, hips squared forward. How does this feel? Can you feel that right sit bone, that right hip? Flex the foot so you protect your knee. Moving into downward facing pigeon, slowly tilt forward. So if you want more of a heart opener, bring your arms out to those cactus hands as you bring forehead to the floor. If you don't care about that, you can bring palms together, prayer position, forehead to the back. You can always bring forehead to a block. We'll stay here for 10 breaths. Notice, observe, and soften with each breath. Take one more full cycle of breath here. Feel free to do a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. And then as you come back to your hands, let's bring that left foot around. So your right foot is on your left inner thigh. Let's bend that left knee like so. Or like this. You're gonna walk your hands over to the right, forearms to the floor, and take about 5 breaths here. You can even make a pillow with your hand. Nice job, you guys. Slowly come back up. Come around, straighten that leg. Right foot to left inner thigh. Left hand slides down the left leg. Peace fingers to big toes. Right hand gently presses on your right inner thigh. As you spin your right armpit towards the sky, lift that right arm up and over. Take 3 breaths. Inhale, get longer with each exhale. Soften, go deeper. 2 more. You guys. Inhale, lift. We're going to plant that right hand behind us. We're going to turn this into what we call mile-thing. Little back bend. As you lift your hips, your left foot presses into the floor, left arm reaches up and over. Look up towards the sky, the ceiling, and then come back down. All right, nice job, you guys. So, however you have turned your body, sort of turn it so it's facing the front of the mat. Bring that left leg back, plant your hands, and find your way back to dog. Shake out that right leg. Feel free to flip the dog, find wild thing instead of mild thing. If that doesn't serve you, stay in dog, go through vinyasa. We'll stay here for about 3 breaths. Nice job, you guys. All right, left side, left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step it forward to the outside of the left hand. Right knee is lifted. Stay here for a breath. And then bring the right knee down. Uncurl the toes. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Gently hugging left leg into left shoulder and arm. Just observe how this side feels compared to the other. For 3 more breaths, either stay where you're at or come down to forearms on blocks or the mat. Your own forearms are blocked. Come back to your hands. We're going to slightly turn that left toe out. Come to the outer edge of left foot. Right hand is going to stay. You can turn it out a little bit to protect your shoulder. Left hand to left inner thigh. Try not to sink into that right shoulder. Keep it nice and broad as you gently press that right hand away from the mat. Press into the mat so you're pushing away. Good job, you guys. All right, we're going to walk that left foot over to the right. We're going to find upward facing pigeon, flex the left foot, and then simply check out your right foot behind you. How does it look? Maybe adjust your foot. Wearing hips forward, shoulders sliding down the back, upward facing pigeon. Take a moment and work your way down. So you can go to whatever pose you did on the other side. Cactus the hands, pair palms, prayer. 10 breaths. As always, use the breath to soften and go deeper into the pose. Nice job, you guys. Ooh, take one more breath. Cleansing breath, inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. All right, coming up to seated. Bring that right thigh to your left foot, bend the knee. You're gonna turn to the left now. Forearms to the floor. We'll take 3 breaths here. Coming back up. Bring that right leg out. Left foot to right inner thigh. Right hand slides down the right shin. Peace fingers to big toes. Left hand's going to press on your left inner thigh as you spin your left leg towards the thigh. Left arm reaches up and over towards that right foot. 3 breaths. Lift that arm up, find that mild chain back in. Right foot presses into the floor, right arm reaches up towards the sky, gaze follows. And then coming back down. Oh, nice job, you guys. Let's find our last down dog of class. Let's see, did I skip something? Who knows? Find your way back to down dog, shake out that leg, maybe flip the dog. Whatever feels good here. Go through vinyasa if that feels good. All right, from down dog, take an inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, look forward, step your right foot to the outside of right hand, left foot to the outside of left hand. Find squat pose, sitting on a block or full squat Halasana. We'll take 10 breaths here. If you want to move into crow pose and you know how to get there, feel free. Otherwise, stay where you're at. Nice job, guys. Inhale, get long in the spine. With each exhale, let the sit bones root towards the floor. 5 more breaths. All right, everybody find your way to seated. I'm gonna face the camera. All right, bring your legs out in front. Oh, how are we doing? We're gonna start winding down. Let's hug right leg into right leg into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Flex the left foot, the opposite foot, the straight one, hop that right foot over. You're gonna find a twist. Right hand comes behind, left hand wraps around your leg. As you press into this right foot, you get tall in the spine. Take an inhale as you lengthen, exhale, start to twist. Right hand maybe walks back a little bit. Keep that left foot flexed, heel pressing into the floor, toes pointing towards your knee. Remember, lengthen on the inhale. Maybe soften, go deeper on the exhale. One more breath. Come back to center. Bring this right foot to your left inner thigh. Torso is over your left leg. Arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, tilt forward from the hips. 5 breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Maybe slide your hands up your leg. Nice job, you guys. Let's switch sides. Hugging left leg in, popping it over. Find your way. Left hand comes behind, sit up tall, press into that left foot. Inhale, exhale, twisting from rib cage and torso, walking that left hand back. Gaze, looking out over left shoulder, that serves you. Each inhale, press into that left foot. Get tall and long in the spine. Exhale, soften and go deeper in your twist. We want to go so deep in the twist, but really work on getting long in the spine, pressing that left foot into the floor, really finding that length in the spine, and then finding a twist. One more breath. Sometimes we think if we turn our head, we're twisting, right? Really try to move that rib cage and torso. Gently, softly with the breath, and then come back to center. Let's bring that left foot to the right inner thigh. Modify how you need to. You can always place something underneath this knee. Torso over that right leg. Arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale, tilting forward. 5 breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Hands slide up the legs. Nice job, you guys. Ooh, how are we doing? Are we ready for Shavasana? All right, let's hug knees into chest and find our way to our back. As you hug knees into chest, gently rock back and forth. Give yourself a hug. Rock out that lower back. Ooh, your sacrum. Normally I would go into a bridge pose, but I feel like I want to go straight into a twist. So let's just bring our arms out to a T, bring our knees over to the right, and then keep in mind, let's bring our whole body to the right and bring that left hand over to the right hand, okay? So you're really on that right side of your right hip bone. And then I want you to inhale, lift that left arm up and over so you get a really nice stretch in the spine. Nice alignment. Your knees, the closer they are to your feet, the less intense the twist and stretches. The more you bring your knees up towards your chest, the deeper the stretch, okay? So find what works for you. Let's take 3 more breaths. Come back up to center. Before moving to the other side, let's plant our feet. your left foot. Let me see if I'm doing this right. Yeah, left foot over right foot, okay? We're gonna come to figure 4. Hands wrap around your right inner thigh. Keep your head on the mat. Hug right leg into chest as you press your left inner thigh and knee away, keeping your foot flexed. Sorry, I have a fly that's trying to hang out with me. So we'll take one more breath here, then we're gonna find another twist, just like we were before. But we're gonna keep our feet like they are. We're gonna bring our right foot down, and then we're gonna come to the right, just like we did before, but we're in a different position. I'm gonna take my right hand, press my left leg away, and then left arm out to a T, look out over left shoulder. So it's a twist, but it's a little different, little bit more on the hip. Nice job, you guys. Let's come back to center. Let's find a happy baby. So we worked everything to the right side. How are we doing? All right, we're gonna hug knees together and we're gonna bring knees over to the left. And then bring that right arm over as well. Plant your palms together. Get really nice and even on that left side, and then lift that right arm up and over. Look out over right shoulder. So we have a really nice alignment in the spine for this twist. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Nice job, you guys. Inhale, come back to center. Okay, so both feet on the floor. We're gonna cross right foot over left. Lift that left foot off the mat. Hug left thigh into chest as right inner thigh pushes away, flexing both feet. All right, left foot back to the mat and then twisting to the left, right foot plants. So your right knee is pointing towards the sky. Left hand presses right inner thigh away. Right arm out to a T. Look out over right shoulder. Breathe. It feels amazing or it doesn't. If it doesn't feel very good, try to use your breath to soften. If it still doesn't feel like your body wants to stay here, you can just come to that knee together stretch and twist with your knees together like you were before. One more breath. Let's come back to center. Let's find happy baby. These flies are loving me this morning. All right. You're probably watching this in the evening, so you're like, Monique, what's that? All right, everyone, let's find our way to any last pose that serves you. I recommend an inversion. Lift your legs up towards the sky, the ceiling. Feel free to do a headstand. Legs up the wall. Block under your sacrum. Lift your legs up. And breaths. Get upside down, however you can. When you're ready, come back to the floor. Find your way to Shavasana. Take a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Let go. Feel free to do that a few times as you let yourself relax into Shavasana. I'll let you stay here for a few minutes and I will let you know when to come back to awareness. If you like music, feel free to turn on any yoga music or music of your choice. would like to stay in Shavasana, stay where you're at, enjoy this time of letting your body completely take in all the benefits you just created through your breath, through your movement. If you would like to follow my cue, start to draw in a deeper breath. Bring the movement, 2 fingers to toes. Reach your arms up over your head, take a stretch. And hugging knees into chest, rolling over to your favorite side as you take a pause, and then finding your way back to seated, eyes gently shut, hands palm to palm on each leg. Take a few breaths, noticing and observing how you feel. Bring some attention to the area around your hips. You notice them softening as they rest and gently slide towards your sit bones resting towards the floor. Spine gently long, shoulders soft. Thank yourself and honor yourself for getting on your mat and honoring wherever your body is right here, right now. Whatever place or space it's in. Let's seal our practice with a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Open your eyes to one another. Namaste. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Hopefully you feel a little bit better. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a wonderful evening. And I will see you next time.